Was also part of the originally filed bundle. I also filed the affidavit of Edward Kenga, part of the original bundle. It is not, it is in fact headed.
Funded the list, eh?
Yes.
They're saying the
list
names and addresses of the persons to be called as witnesses, if any, and statements by each such witness.
The list was PDF sent by email on the same day to the clerk. And I conferred with the clerk yesterday, and they confirmed, in fact, even this morning, I did. And I also sent a copy to the clerk of the county assembly. So at page 654, you'll find the witness statement of volume 3 of the first witness I was intended to call.
Is that the document that we have?
Yes. This is originally filed and served. This is not introduced in any way. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also confirmed with the office of the clerk that in fact it is headed opposing affidavit on behalf of His Excellency the Governor as a witness.
The Senate resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Mbuvi Sonko, the Governor of Nairobi City County, on the following charges. 1, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. 2, abuse of office. 3, gross misconduct. And 4, crimes under national law. Thank you, Mr.
Second. Next order.
Order number 4, motion, proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Governor of Nairobi City County.
Leader of majority.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion. That whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, on Wednesday, 3rd December 2020, the Nairobi City County Assembly approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Mbuvi Sonko, Government of Nairobi City County. And further whereas by letter, reference number NCCA/SPK/12/2021, dated Friday, 4th December 2020, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Friday, 4th December 2020. The Speaker of the County Assembly of Nairobi City informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by a County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. And whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, and Standing Order 75 of the Senate had the County Assembly on the grounds of removal from office of the by impeachment of the Governor. And further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, and Standing Order number 75, the Senate also had the Governor for Nairobi City County on grounds of removal from office by impeachment of the Governor. Now, therefore, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, and Standing Order number 75, the Senate resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Mbuvi Sonko, the Governor of Nairobi City County, on the following charges. 1, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. 2, abuse of office. 3, gross misconduct. And 4, crimes under national law. Mr. Speaker, the matters here are straightforward. It is a constitutional duty of this Senate to take up this matter. We shall neither shy from it nor be intimidated. We must move in this direction and make decisions. Mr. Speaker, we have heard evidences the last 2 days. We have listened. In your own words, Mr. Speaker, you called it some boring session. It will be boring, but we heard. And I want to thank, Mr. Speaker, members, all the senators. The numbers proved to you, Mr. Speaker, that senators paid keen attention to the presentations on both sides. And everybody has been given a chance to be heard. And so, Mr. Speaker, this is a time of reckoning. And I'd like to ask members, you have heard, you made a decision, and now the time has come to put it to a vote. And I want to encourage members, please, this is your duty, and you must act. I want to thank everybody and thank the chairman, the Speaker for the way that you conducted this business. Speaker, I think we may have to reconsider certain things about how we run this business, but here is a time that will come. I will not take long, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to move and ask the leader of the minority to second. I beg to move. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I'd ask that order be kept while we are having the proceedings. As you know, there are senators upstanding.
Honestly, take your seats.
And that is not allowed at all. Mr. Speaker, strictly speaking, I have 1 hour to second the motion. But being cognizant of the importance of this motion, I beg to second. And Mr. Speaker, I want just to make the following remarks. The question of removal is not a question that can be made by any one single senator, but on account of the aggregate vote of all the senators as an expression of the resolution of the Senate. Mr. Speaker, I want to place before you certain matters which are in the Constitution to draw a contradistinction. And if the Attorney General Emeritus and the judge...
Order, senators, emeritus.
Emeritus
Please.
And the judge.
Let's make it easy for him to second
the judge is on his feet and he's supposed to be judge. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to judge. Now, Mr. Speaker, this is probably the only power under the Constitution that has remained intact throughout our constitutional dispensation. Is a power which is so onerous that, Mr. Speaker, I believe that any time we are faced with an impeachment, we should give the whole country the feeling that anybody who appears before the Senate is assured not only of justice being rendered, but even in terms of our conduct, justice will not only be done, but would be manifestly be seen to be done. And that goes not just from what we say as a Senate, collectively, as individually, but even as the way we conduct ourselves during such proceedings. And Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to, for the purposes of seconding this motion, draw to the attention of the Senate 2 issues. One, the principles of how impeachment is to be carried out, and the standard of proof that is required in an impeachment is now a matter which has been well settled by the courts in the various decisions that have been made here. And I would plead to the Senate also to be consistent. There was a time, Mr. Speaker, when I tried to urge the Senate that is very important under the principle of legality and committee of institutions that we should respect what the courts do in as much as what we want the courts to do. I think there's a matter which is still a matter of debate. We seem to be shifting goalposts. In other matters that I remember in the Samboja case, people were saying we should never be compelled to obey court orders. And in these particular proceedings, we are being urged that this matter is before the court and therefore we should not be in a position to deal with it. But having said that, I want the Senate to look at Article 99 of the Constitution in relation to disqualification of members. When you are charged in a criminal court and you are convicted, you cannot be removed as a member of this House. Because the Constitution says that, and this is Article 99, sub-Article 2H, that you must have been found in accordance with any law to have misused or abused a state office or public office, or in any way to have contravened Chapter 6 of the Constitution. That is why it is possible for a member of parliament who has been convicted of an offense can continue to be a member of the House until the appeal process is exhausted. And I think we have examples in the county, in the National Assembly. But when it comes to the removal of a county governor, the words there are very different in contradistinction to what is contained in Article 99. And Mr. Speaker, it says the following, and I read Article 181 sub Article 1. A county governor may be removed from office on any of the following grounds. It does not say to have been found. It says on any of the following grounds. Then when you go to Article 1B, it says, where there are serious reasons to believe, not to have been found, there are reasons to believe. And this, of those people who have read the American Constitution and the impeachment processes in the United States of America, and a lot of jurisprudence on this, they are saying this was the instrumentality of Parliament to control those who would act in abuse of power, that if they waited for court processes, that undermining of the authority of delegated authority from the sovereign authority, which is the people, would have to wait until the 5 years or 4 years of tenure is over. So, Mr. Speaker, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is the ground, the standard of proof is very different, and as the courts have borne out in the many appeals that we have been referred to. But the finding as to whether there has been a violation of the impugned conduct as stated in the Article 181 of the Constitution is really a political question. But we have to have a threshold because they are set out in the Constitution. But in my view, it's still a political question. It's a political question. So at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, all that I want to say in conclusion is that this is a very important instrument that is donated only to this House. And my fear is, Mr. Speaker, and we must revise these rules. We must look at the Act again. My belief is that so far, we have not given the solemnity to this process. Because imagine the next time probably is the President of the Republic of Kenya that we are impeaching, contrary to the mandate they are given to the people, by the people of Kenya. Everybody in the world will be watching us. It may be the governor now, but if it was the president of the Republic of Kenya, the whole country will be watching. And Mr. Speaker, therefore, I believe that we must revise the rules. We must amend the County Governments Act in relation to the impeachment. And I want to persuade the House that a committee process probably is better. In the United States of America, they did not have a provision for the committee system. What they have in the law is actually plenary, but they have found out over time that plenary doesn't really work. It doesn't do justice to the grounds and the seriousness of the grounds which normally those who have been impeached face. So, Mr. Speaker, with those remarks, I beg to second. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, I now propose the question, which is that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012, on Wednesday, 3rd December 2020, the Nairobi City County Assembly approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Mbuvi Sonko, Governor of Nairobi City County. And further, whereas by letter reference number NCCA/SPK/12/2021, dated Friday, 4th December 2020, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Friday, 4th December 2020, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nairobi City informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. And whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012 and Standing Order 75 of the Senate had the County Assembly on the grounds of removal from office by impeachment of the governor. And further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012 and Standing Order number 75, the Senate also had the governor for Nairobi City County on the grounds of removal from office by impeachment of the governor. Now, therefore, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 333 of the County Government Act 2012 and Standing Order 75, the Senate resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Mbuvi Sonko, the Governor of Nairobi City County, on the following grounds. Charges: 1, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. 2, abuse of office. 3, gross misconduct. And 4, crimes under national law. What's your point of order? Who is it? Okay, Senator Sakaja. Yeah, I've finished. What's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand under Standing Order 106 on limitation of debate, which clearly says that the Senate may, on a motion made by any senator in accordance with the Standing Order, impose a limit in respect of debate or any particular motion or bill by allocating a limited period of time for such debate or by limiting the time during which senators may speak in such debate or by imposing such limitations. Mr. Speaker, Standing Order number 106(2) clearly says that such a motion may be moved without notice. I beg to move this motion, Mr. Speaker, that this debate be limited to 3 minutes per speaker, Mr. Speaker, so that, Mr. Speaker, we save time. Mr. Speaker, I want to call upon Senator George Khaniri to second this motion. Thank you.
Seconded. Therefore, I'll just give 3 minutes. Senator Sakaja.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to...
Senator Kindiki
ask-
Kidure.
I'm not the Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, sir,
Okay, yeah.
the Senator for Kakamega County has moved a procedural motion, and properly so, which has been seconded by the Senator for Vihiga County. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, with tremendous humility, I believe that the Speaker of the House must take a vote, a viva voce vote, to ascertain whether that motion has been passed before we can progress. Because I am of the opinion, Mr. Speaker, that talking about removing of a governor is not a small matter. As many senators as possible should be able to speak for at least 5 minutes, to at least to say something. Minimum 3 minutes. By the time one rises up, time will be over. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm begging. But if it is the opinion that we do 3 minutes by majority, I'll abide by the decision of the House.
Okay. A motion has been proposed to limit the time of the motion and seconded. Now I propose the question, which is that the time for this motion be limited to 3 minutes. As many are of that opinion, say aye. As many are of contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Sakaja.
Mr. Speaker, I seek your indulgence, Mr. Speaker. I know members want us to dispense with this matter quickly, but as a senator representing Nairobi, I would kindly ask that I beg your indulgence that I speak for 5, or 6, Mr. Speaker, kindly.
Okay, 5.
Thank you. Senator Ridama is saying 10. I don't need 10. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to this motion, Mr. Speaker, kindly advise senators not to address me, to address you. You're asking a point of order to the Speaker, not to me. And unless you're given, I keep speaking. Mr. Speaker, in speaking to this motion...
What's your point of order, Senator Murkomen?
Mr. Speaker, there is a tradition which has been established in this House. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I know I cannot raise a point of order against you, but you only proposed the question, you didn't put the question on the time we are supposed to debate here. So just that's out of procedure, but that's water under the bridge. The real tradition that has been established in this House from the time impeachment started is that the senator of the county where the governor is from speaks last, Mr. Speaker. And it's a tradition that has been established because he speaks last, and generally there's always an indulgence to give him more time. And there's a reason why he should speak last, is so that then he can sum up everything, Mr. Speaker. And you know, generally there was a tradition. So I want to beg my friend Senator Johnson Sakaja, if he can wait for the other members to contribute first, so that then we can follow.
Okay, Senator Sakaja, is that okay?
Mr. Speaker, I acknowledge tradition. These are House of Rules and tradition. I have much to say. I will abide and speak last, but I hope that what I wanted to say will not be clouded by what members say. But I urge that even if I speak last, you still give me an extension of time when I speak, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Senator Isaac Mwaura.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, you caught me off guard. I still thought I wanted to listen to Senator Sakaja. But I want to really say that this whole process of impeachment is a far much better, improved version than the way in which we impeached the governor for Kiambu, Ferdinand Waitito. I think I saw a lot of civility from senators and also the cross-examination from the council. And that is something very commendable, Mr. Speaker. But I also want to say that we really need an impeachment procedure law so that we are very clear that it is not whimsically possible to just make a determination as to whether we really have a case for a plenary or for the committee based on maybe what may have happened by a certain committee or certain persuasions of the moment. But Mr. Speaker, having said that, it is my opinion that indeed, yes, the governor has a case to answer. I think I was moved personally by the charges against him, especially around gross misconduct, issues to do with variation of tenders, and there's a topic I keep on talking about called development corruption, where you use development money meant to help the poor Kenyans, you divert them by compromising on the standards of that project so that then those monies end up in people's pockets. It was clearly demonstrated to us by the county assembly that a lot of monies were actually diverted from a stadium project, and further, quite poignantly and sad, that monies meant for bursaries have actually been diverted to pay lawyers. And you know, this is a very clear conduit for self-enrichment of legal fees that would not otherwise be quantifiable. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, whether it is the amount of English, and today we've had a lot of it, that then would amount to in the hundreds of million shillings that have been diverted. And Mr. Speaker, now that I can see the yellow line, I want to say that really we owe it to this country to have governors having the highest threshold of decorum. We want people who, when they look at their TVs, at our TVs, they will see that these are honorable people who have been elected to office to serve. And in my opinion, Governor Mbuvi Sonko has not presented himself in such a manner. I think he's a very good example of someone who, in my opinion, who should not have even been elected to the office of the governor of Nairobi. And I so ask that this honorable house do make its considered opinion so that we...
Senator Olekino.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to oppose this motion with the following reasons. Mr. Speaker, I've sat here for the last 2 days, listened very carefully to the allegations by the County Assembly, and in my view, which I wish to convince my colleague within 3 minutes, those allegations have not been substantiated. Mr. Speaker, sir, we were told that money was diverted, bursary money was diverted to pay for lawyers, to pay for other services. But the evidence which was presented by the county governor spoke differently. Mr. Speaker, we were given documents from Central Bank that showed that that was stopped. Mr. Speaker, sir, what happens? Normally, when you're processing a payment, it leaves IFMIS and it goes to IB. At the end of a financial year, if that money has not cleared from IB or internet banking, it goes back into the county revenue fund. Mr. Speaker, sir, with my 2 minutes left, the issues that we have been entertained here with revolve around 3 particular issues. One, Article number 187, 2A and B. And this is a matter that this House must sit seriously and consider, because when it says that arrangements shall be made to fund transferred services, it does not say the national government should put together a legal framework to transfer those services. This is a threat to devolution, and we must be alive to that. The second issue, Mr. Speaker, has got to do with the relationship of the Treasury, the County Assembly, the County Executive, and this new entity called NMS. Mr. Speaker, sir, we will be violating Article 219 if we agree with the County Assembly that, yes, NMS should get money directly from the Exchequer. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have 50 seconds. I want to beseech you, my brothers and sisters. This is a very tough time for devolution. If we agree to violate Article 187, 2A and B, and Article 219 of the Constitution, we will be doing us a disservice. In the last few seconds, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to end with a quote from the Bible, Proverbs 12:22. It says, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. I wish to beseech you to deal fruitfully and truthfully. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Cheriot. It's not there. Senator Langat Christopher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance also to say something. I want to oppose this particular motion deeply. One is because of procedure. The fact that if we are not careful as the House, I want to say that the irregularities that are happening in the county assemblies are likely to translate to this particular House, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I want to say it was not very clear up to this particular time if the threshold was made clearly in the county assemblies. And I want to say that unless we are careful, sooner or later, this particular House will be converted by the MCAs as a lynching ground to the governors. Governors are now under fear. They fear a lot. They fear their MCAs, and they fear that they will be brought here to be lynched. So we need to protect the devolution by actually, we may not actually, we may not be having substance on what actually the governor gave, but the procedure is faulty. You could see, and everybody even here, is not, it is not clear to all of us if those particular MCAs who are in Mombasa, if they actually voted, Mr. Speaker. So I want to say that the faulty process produces faulty results. And I want to say we must be careful on the procedures that are taking place in the county assembly, or we risk this House becoming a lynching ground for the MCAs actually who have got a lot of demands that are putting on the governors that are not realistic, and they cannot be actually accepted. So I want to beseech this House that if only we could send this particular case back to the MCAs so that the procedure be followed effectively, Mr. Speaker, we have got no problem with the results. But a faulty process also leads to a faulty results at the end of it. So I beg this particular House that we reconsider this matter with seriousness that it deserves as a way of protecting devolution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is the fourth impeachment we are doing in less than 3 years as senators. And I think for those who have served more than one term, there would even be more. Mr. Speaker, we are sitting as a jury, as a judicial proceeding, as a court of law. It's important, Mr. Speaker, that in the eyes of anybody who comes before us, to see that not only as he or she been subjected to a process that is fair, but that he has also received justice. Mr. Speaker, the way we conduct these proceedings need to be reviewed going forward. Mr. Speaker, if you go to the United States of America, an impeachment of a president is done under serious investigation. I remember that during the impeachment of Richard Nixon, Hillary Clinton was one of the attorneys that were assisting with gathering evidence against the then sitting president. But as we speak here today, Mr. Speaker, you have seen that there are many instances where we are not able to get proper assistance from advocates who appear for the respective parties. We asked issues touching on whether orders were served. We were trying to get proper records from the assembly. We were told we ought to have summoned the clerk to appear before us to give us further evidence. Mr. Speaker, we really must put in place a body that should review the way we conduct this inquiry, so that parties and Kenyans in general can have confidence. Mr. Speaker, this is like when you face an election petition. When you have received the mandate of the people to be their leader, and you are taken to an election petition court, you expect fairness and you expect justice And the verdict that is passed against you should be one that enjoys the confidence of the people that voted for you. But in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, our governors must also know, going forward, that if you violate our constitution or if you violate any law, then you may risk losing your seat. Mr. Speaker, Richard Nixon was impeached just for not Richard Nixon, Johnson, just for violating the Tenure of Office Act, a simple act of sacking the war minister, Edward Stanton, provoked an impeachment motion, which was passed. So any governor must know that if you...
Senator Murkomen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank both the councils for the governor and the county assembly for the work they did. Mr. Speaker, to agree with many of our colleagues who said that an impeachment process, though legal, has a lot of political implication. This House is presiding over the fourth impeachment procedure this term. And like last term, Mr. Speaker, this term of the 4 impeachment processes, 3 have an element of state sponsorship. 2 particularly have a full support of the state, including this one. Mr. Speaker, I have a problem with that. I have a problem because if the national government will use its machinery, both, Mr. Speaker, security machinery and resources that are given by the people of Kenya to impeach a governor, then lies the danger. Mr. Speaker, Article 96 was not established by accident. Article 96, which says that the Senate shall protect counties and county governments, was put in place because it was known that there's a danger that county governments are facing. Where is that danger from, Mr. Speaker? There might be other quarters that county governments may face danger from, but the most primary institution or government, Mr. Speaker, that threatens county governments, the national government, because of the competition between the national government and the county governments. Today, from the witnesses and from the testimony we've heard from the Nairobi County government, all this is about control of the 10%, Mr. Speaker, of the country in terms of its economy. It is 60% of the GDP Nairobi County. This is about power. It's about the transfer of functions agreement. It's about the establishment of the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's about interests that are competing, and particularly commercial interests, Mr. Speaker. For that reason, Mr. Speaker, this House must rise to the occasion to defend devolution and to ensure that counties and county governments have the confidence of the senators. And Mr. Speaker, with those comments, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that this House must tonight demonstrate itself that they have the level of consistency that can be believed by the people of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I beg to oppose.
Senator Chilayako.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm hearing some people talking about my goodness. I don't know whether they did not expect me to speak. Now, Mr. Speaker, we are converged here as a jury. My understanding of a jury, the practice has evolved in senior jurisdictions, is that they are sequestered. They are kept somewhere where they cannot be influenced by many people, by opinions that are external to the facts. And Mr. Speaker, you will notice that many of us do not want to speak here because we do not want to be influenced. So, Mr. Speaker, I just want to say that this is a very serious duty, and in the future, I think we should introduce sequestration so that we do not have to operate in a manner that we may be influenced. Now, having said that, Mr. Speaker, I also want to say that if you look at our legislation, the foundation of which this motion is brought, it requires that we investigate. If we are to defend counties, if we are to apply Article 96 of the Constitution and achieve the objective of that article where we defend counties, then we must not rely on arguments that are made by county assemblies and arguments that are made in response by county governments alone. We should be able as a body to go out there and find the facts out for ourselves. Because in matters that are adversarial, those who are better equipped and those who are better prepared will become persuasive. That is the dilemma in which we find ourselves in. I will express my opinion by voting. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kimani wa Matangi, and I'll come. Yeah, I'll come.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to first begin by appreciating, and I think it's important for members of the public, because there has been that debate all along, whether if we conduct our business in plenary or whether we go to a committee, which way is justice served, Mr. Speaker. And I think it's important that members of the public who have been following these proceedings understand that this House is above reproach, and that whichever way we prosecute these matters when they come, Mr. Speaker, that at the end of the day, senators make a conscientious decision that eventually will give the verdict of what each senator is convinced has happened. But Mr. Speaker, just two quick issues I would like to address that I think are pertinent in the future. First, Mr. Speaker, is I believe we need to readdress the procedure of how we deal with these impeachment processes, Mr. Speaker, because we might run the risk of compromising a very important tenet and virtue of this process, and that is believability. Mr. Speaker, if these processes continue and then eventually it is clear, even to somebody who is following, that we are not able to prosecute the matter to its detail because of lack of time, such that there is even no time to question the veracity of evidence, look at the authenticity of documents when they have been of this House as one that is given that constitutional duty. Mr. Speaker, secondly, I believe, Mr. Speaker, that what we are seeing when these processes start is not what is intended in the Constitution, Mr. Speaker. At one point in the process, Mr. Speaker, it ended up being a contest between MCAs. You ask, if this side brings an MCA, and they are trying the other MCAs on the other side, is this a contest between members of the same county assembly that who have come here to say this one said this one did not do this? Indeed, it almost reduced to a contest between lawyers. So you find there's one lawyer questioning the authenticity and the integrity of the other one, Mr. Speaker. I believe, for example, at the county assembly level, when the decision is made there, if it has been made correctly, when the matter arrives here to the Senate, then it is virtually the accused against his allegations for the Senate to listen to, but not a contestation between whether there was a lying MCA and there's a truthful MCA and there's another group in there, Mr. Speaker. So we should be asking ourselves, is this process finally serving devolution by the way we are prosecuting it, Mr. Speaker? And I believe we are going to make it fine, we are going to make it better if, Mr. Speaker, we qualify the process by ensuring.
Senator Wambua Kio.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the final decision as to whether or not to impeach the governor of Nairobi City County, I hope will be based on facts and evidence. Mr. Speaker, I'll prosecute only 3 arguments in opposing the impeachment motion against Governor Sonko. One, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of threshold that I even raised with the lawyers on the floor. And even the lawyers themselves could not confirm to this House that the threshold for impeachment has been reached. The only thing they could say is that the determination of threshold is the province of the High Court. The Speaker, to the extent that there is doubt on threshold, even on the side of the lawyers, must say to us that the threshold was not met. There is no justification whatsoever to impeach the governor of Nairobi City County. The Speaker, what I find very interesting is what really is the motivation of this process, Mr. Speaker. Why do I ask about the motivation? We are told that the Dandora Stadium is still under investigation, active investigation. At the end of the day, the investigating agencies will apportion blame and say, so and so is responsible for doing ABCD. Why is the county assembly of the Nairobi city in such a hurry to impeach the governor on account of a matter that is still under active investigation? Lastly, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the governor of Nairobi City County for stopping a cartel that was receiving bursary funds to a phantom school, but unfortunately, on that same count, is being accused of not issuing bursary funds. The Speaker, this House is being called upon to make a decision based on facts and evidence adduced on the floor of this House. The Speaker, with those remarks, I oppose.
Senator Cheriot.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this chance. Mr. Speaker, we are being invited to make a very simple decision. I call it simple because the legislation that we are relying upon to make a determination where the threshold was reached at the County Assembly was passed by this Parliament, Mr. Speaker. The County Assembly of Nairobi appeared before us. They had a lead counsel. They had an opportunity for 2 days to, before us, present us with evidence confirming whether they reached that particular threshold. When they didn't do it, this afternoon, we were given an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to seek clarifications. I rose on a point of order, and I asked a specific question to the lead counsel. Can you furnish this House with the names of the members of County Assembly who you purport that 88 of them supported the impeachment process against the governor? That would have allowed me to look into the further details of all this mistreatment of staffers, issues of governance, and the rest. But he scattered around the issues. He could not produce that particular list. Mr. Speaker, a trend is emerging in this country, and this House will be setting a very bad precedent. If tonight we confirm to the entire country that it no longer matters if 2 MCAs meet, so long as they bring a list and a letter to this House and they are able to flex their political muscles, it will not matter anymore. Then as a House, we'll be failing in our constitutional responsibility of ensuring that we are defenders of devolution. For that reason, Mr. Speaker, for the simple and the obvious fact that is so obvious and bears for everybody who cares to listen, that the County Assembly of Nairobi never achieved the threshold of impeaching Governor Mike Sonko, I oppose this motion. Mr. Speaker, if it is about failure of duties, honestly, between the national government and the county government of Nairobi, which one needs the services of NMS? It is a national government. Mr. Speaker, I oppose.
Senator Wako.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to this very important motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have had 4 petitions. We have gathered experience, and I believe we are improving in the way we are handling these petitions. Mr. Speaker, sir, you may recall that I did say that this mandate is a very important mandate, and I think it will be worthwhile taking into account the experience that we have had to look at the procedures so that everybody leaves here the governors, everybody feels that they have had a fair deal, if I may use that particular word. Mr. Speaker, sir, when you look at it, actually it's a very simple thing. And if we just stuck to that simple thing, which is have the particulars given on various matters, have they been, the word is substantiated. We don't look to how they came here, because they come here in many ways. Maybe two MCAs, maybe the government, maybe just some people who are interested in ensuring that devolution does not work. Let us focus more, not on how they have come here, because if we focus too much on how they have come here, we may be derailed. This is my opinion. We focus more on what we have before us, the particulars that have been given, particulars that have been given pursuant to the reasons to remove the governor, which are set out in Article 181 of the Constitution. Have those particulars been substantiated? That's all. If they have not been substantiated, the petition does not succeed. If they have been substantiated, they succeed. But a petition should not fail or succeed because of how it found its way here. There will be many ways of these types of petitions coming here. Let us focus more, to me, on the issue of substantiation. Mr. Speaker, sir, let us also, we are developing jurisprudence. Let us also ensure that our jurisprudence on this matter is also consistent. For example, I can see that our jurisprudence on the issues of procurement and imposts are now developing. And if you have to be consistent, we have to ensure that the way we decide those issues in one case should guide us on how we decide on those issues in this particular case. Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, as we look at the procedures.
Your time is up. Senator Susan Kihika.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to oppose this motion. And part of the reasons as to why I oppose the motion is I was not convinced that the process that was followed at the county assembly level, as far as the threshold and was followed properly. And I think it's important because the way that it got here must also be important and considered. But now once they were here and they were stating the grounds, I also felt that the grounds were very flimsy. When they come here talking to us about impeaching Governor Sonko because he danced to party after party in France, I feel that that's not a good enough reason. When Governor Sonko was elected by over 800,000 voters in Nairobi County, we all knew him to be a flamboyant, exuberant, flashy gentleman. So for us to now want to pigeonhole him into a suit and tie and expect him to just sit in the corner somewhere and sign off warrants and give back kickbacks, and if not, then be impeached, I feel that that is not the way to defend devolution. As the Senate, one of our very primal duties is under Article 96(1), which is to defend devolution. And from what I have seen in the past year or so, we seem to now have become some rubber stamp puppets who will do anything to help those who want to, from the national government, who want to mess with devolution, kill it by removing anyone who does not toe the line. We want to help them get there. But is it really worth it to have a by-election in Nairobi County, because which has 10% of the population of this country, just because they want maybe to transfer, as we have seen previously, to the military, the functions of the county illegally, and maybe perhaps the governor has refused to sign over some roles to an illegal entity. But here we are helping them, giving them a hand to get there. But anyhow, at the end of the day, my colleagues, I want to appeal to your conscience. Let us not impeach Governor Sonko on such flimsy grounds. I feel that the allegations were not substantiated, and as such, oppose the motion, and I hope that most of you, if not all of you, will do the same, will do the right thing, will follow your conscience, will uphold the law and follow the constitution that we swore to uphold. But as things are going, I fear for the devolution of this country if it's in the hands of this Senate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I oppose.
Senator Wetangula.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll also be very brief. I think we have had in the last 2 days a lot of material. But going forward, Mr. Speaker, we should improve pre-trial conference between the parties, proper exchange of documents, not just through emails flying around, but sitting together. Probably our Committee on Justice can be involved if the clerk's office is overwhelmed, so that when the parties come here, we give them proper hearing without contestations as to whether some documents came here rightly or wrongly. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, every time an impeachment matter comes here, it's obviously a devolution on trial. Devolution on trial because we are going to truncate by a vote, if it's positive, the will of the people. But it also sends a message to our governors that abiding by the law and procedures set out in management of public affairs are not options. There are cardinal requirements in managing public affairs. I want to urge members, don't vote because so-and-so has told you to vote, or you are voting because you have been influenced. Vote because you have had the evidence as it was given here. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, the documents, these bulk documents were brought as we started the hearing of the case. Some members may not even have gone through these documents. Unfortunately, that is the situation. I urge us to be as just and as fair as we possibly can, knowing that the future must be improved in this process. Thank you.
Senator Millicent Omanga.
Speaker, what I would say is I stand up to oppose this motion. Mr. Speaker, these are interesting times to live in. Mr. Speaker, when I heard the MCA actually talk about intimidation, it was closer home because, Mr. Speaker, you know, the kind of intimidation even members of this House have gone through. Mr. Speaker, you know, in this House, even leadership or chairman of committees, they are not there by merit. It is because maybe they are robots to some to orders from above, from the executive. Mr. Speaker, what I just want, because of time, to actually just read one thing, because we lost a colleague, and I'm actually mourning Senator Kabaka. And the last message Senator Kabaka wrote on our WhatsApp group, 3 hours before he started, before he went to hospital.
There's a point of order from Senator Farhia.
My time, hope, Speaker, it will not.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think we've been called puppets, we've been called robots. I think these allegations need to be substantiated. Otherwise, I think these people should withdraw and apologize to the House. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I cannot substantiate the obvious. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, I want to read the last message Senator Kabaka wrote on our WhatsApp group.
Order. You know, don't just plow through. Let's make sure that people are listening to what you are saying. And this is just a word of caution. Remember that we are sitting here as Senate. So whichever name you use, you cannot stand out of this Senate and appear like you are not part of the Senate. So if you say, whatever, we are horses, we are cows, we are dogs, know that you are one of them. So let us be careful about what we are saying. Please, wind up.
Thank you. I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. I want to read the last message Senator Kabaka wrote on our social group. That's why, so that I can plead with members. If we actually want Senator Kabaka to rest in peace, let's actually rest him in peace by granting him what he requested on our WhatsApp group. I will read.
Order. You are out of order. You are out of order. Order, senators. Order, senators. You cannot misuse, you cannot use the misfortune that has befallen us, and we are still mourning our brother to say that. You are completely out of order. Order, senators, wind up. Time is up. Honorable senators. Your time is up. Senator, what's your point of order, Senator Kangata?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is now 17 minutes past 10.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, we shall vote on each and every allegation.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, tomorrow is not a gazetted day.
Yeah.
So meaning we have a statutory deadline. In fact, I think Section 33 has clear set out timelines of the County Government Act, Section 33. And therefore, if for any reason we spill over up to tomorrow beyond midnight today, we will be breaching the law. And then taking into account the voting will be by roll call. I seek your directions on how we will proceed going forward. Yes, I propose we call the mover to reply. I propose we call the mover to reply. Mr. Speaker, I propose we call the mover to reply. Yes, we put
Honorable
the question.
senators.
Mr. Speaker,
Order, senators. Order, senators. Order, senators. Order. Order, senators. Just hold on. Order, senators. Order. I have not even talked. What do you know what I'm going to say? No. You are not an expert in reading body languages. Order, senators. I was going to say this. Order. I want to give this opportunity to the senator for Nairobi, whom I had given an opportunity to talk last, so that because of time, we are able to, I put the question so that we vote. Senator Sakaja.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity to speak to this motion. Following your guidance, Mr. Speaker, that I speak last. Mr. Speaker, I ask that you direct...
Okay, order, senators. Let us listen to Senator Sakaja. Remember, we have to vote. Please. Okay, Senator Sakaja.
Mr. Speaker, for the past 2 days, as I've sat here, I have really held myself together not to speak. Because you know, Mr. Speaker, I speak a lot in this house. But I acknowledge the tradition of this house. Mr. Speaker, the tradition of this house holds that the senator of the county...
Order, senators. Consult in law. Why are you not listening to the Senator Nairobi? That's just confirming that we are tired. So let us listen to the senator for Nairobi.
Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying is that the tradition of this house has been that the senator of the county in question, when there is an impeachment, ideally keeps quiet. And Mr. Speaker, ideally, when a vote comes, they should normally abstain. unless it is a casting vote. And Mr. Speaker, that is exactly what I'm going to do today. But Mr. Speaker, allow me to give some history. Number one, I am privileged and I'm honored to be the one member in this House elected by Nairobians, representing 4.3 million people of this county, and who has sworn an oath to protect the interests of the people of Nairobi and to protect the interests of the Nairobi County government. And Mr. Speaker, based on that oath, that solemn oath that we all took, I have numerously brought statements, questions, and I've raised issues to do with Nairobi County in this House. Mr. Speaker, without blowing any trumpet, and I'm sure, and I know you said that sometimes you blow your own if it's complicated. I think of all senators concerning their own county, I brought the most issues. In fact, it is almost poetic that last year, at a time like this, and I shared this on our group recently, I brought a request for a special sitting to discuss Nairobi County, because at that time my governor had a case, and there were issues, you remember, and the then leader of majority refused to, to call a special sitting. A year later, we're discussing an impeachment. Mr. Speaker, this city of Nairobi is indeed, literally, the hub of this continent in terms of economic opportunities. Nairobi ideally should be Africa's New York. Mr. Speaker, if you look at the geopolitics of our region, of this continent, if you go to the west, Nigeria, which is just mineral-based, investors don't want to go there. If you look at the south, it is imploding. Look at what's happening in Ethiopia. The frontier for the economic development of this continent is Nairobi. And that is why the issues of Nairobi must be taken seriously, and we must look at them keenly. Mr. Speaker, I acknowledge, and I want to say in front of everyone, because, Mr. Speaker, I always put my cards on the table. Since 2017, of course, we campaigned together with the governor. We worked together initially. And of course, I think it is not lost to anyone that we've also had our run-ins. We've not seen eye to eye on a number of issues. And Mr. Speaker, I insisted that every time I've brought a question of oversight, it has not been about personal interest, it has not been about political contest, it's about the interests of the people of Nairobi, and I continue to do that. Mr. Speaker, when the governor's impeachment came, many people, including media houses, MCAs, different actors, asked me to comment about it, but I believe in grace, such that it is wrong to kick someone when he's down. And that is why I have resisted to gleefully dance on anybody's grave. I've resisted the urge to celebrate, but to empathize with the people of Nairobi. And it is for that reason, Mr. Speaker, that for the last 2 days, and in fact for the last months that he's been going through this, I have offered an ear to him, and I've offered an ear also to those who accuse him, because at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, I am the father of devolution in this county. I am the senator of Nairobi. Whichever way it goes, the Senate will speak. And when the Senate speaks, that voice will be heard. I see the need for leadership at this time. Because, Mr. Speaker, I will have to, as a senator, in case this Senate decides to impeach the governor of Nairobi, Mr. Speaker, we will need to provide leadership because it will be uncertain times. In case this House does not impeach the governor, there is need for reconciliation. Mr. Speaker, when I look at the gallery, I feel bad. Because on one side, I see MCAs opposed to the governor. On another side, I see MCAs supporting the governor. We have all been elected by the same people. If we keep playing to the parochial politics of political, whatever it may be, the person who suffers is that woman in Mutwini, it is that cobbler in Kayole, it is that common person who we fight for every day in this House. And so we need to be reconciled. And that role must still be played. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge my colleagues, as you make your decision, which will be respected, let us look at the depth of the issues. Let us look at justice, let us look at truth, and let us look at the best interest of the county of Nairobi. And, Mr. Speaker, we shall abide by the decision that is made. Even once it is made, Mr. Speaker, I will still urge this House to give clarity to the issues of intergovernmental transfers. Because, Mr. Speaker, I supported the transfer of functions, and I still support it, because at that point, we know what the court said about a governor facing charges. There is a need for that clarity as to how we actualize, whether it is the NMS or whatever other entity. And whoever becomes governor of Nairobi in 2022 or later, or whenever, or even next, will have the same challenges. When Governor Kidero was governor, myself and Governor Sonko said things about him that he is going through today. This city cannot be about individuals. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank Senator Orengo and Senator Mutula and Senator Wetangula because they stood with me. When BBI document was released, the functions of Nairobi had been transferred permanently away from Nairobi. Mr. Speaker, we pleaded with the President and with the former Prime Minister and these three members of mine, Mr. Speaker, and I thank them, and the people of Nairobi, thank you. At that time, I fought alone. My MPs didn't support that. They said no comma should be changed, no full stop. But I said the person in Nairobi, Article 1 says that the sovereign power is with the people and it's exercised at the national level and at the county level. The people of Nairobi are going to be disenfranchised not to exercise that power at the county level. I'm glad that the document that we have now, Nairobi remains a county. As I conclude, I want to give Nairobians hope. I know Francis Bacon once said that hope is a bad breakfast but a good supper. But I want to give the people of Nairobi and the people of Kenya hope that Nairobi can work as a county. Nairobi can thrive as a county. And when Nairobi works, all of your counties will be able to work. Please support Nairobi County. And to the governor of Nairobi, my friend, whom we've had a love-hate relationship, I don't know where the scales lie, whether it is more love or more hate. But Mr. Speaker is a brother. I want to give him the words of William Penn. No throne, no thorns, no throne. No cross, no crown. No girl, no glory. Senators, make a judicious decision. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, honorable senators. Honorable Senator, order. I still have a long list of senators who want to speak. I know we are elected to speak, but we must come to a close. All of you who are listed here have at least said something between yesterday and today. I seek your intelligence that I now put the question, which is that, I now order Senator Omanga. I'm on my feet. I now put the question, which is that the mover be called to reply. Okay. It's a procedural motion, but will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. As many of the contrary of you say nay? The ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to reply, or I beg to reply. Mr. Speaker, there isn't much I can add. We've had a good 2 days. We've had the brilliance of lawyers speak to each other in arguments and counter-arguments. Members have been given opportunities to make this judgment, and the time of reckoning has come. I just want to thank you, Speaker, for steering this House very well during the last 2 days. I must congratulate you for that. And many times we urge you to be strong and to be firm. And I want to thank these members. Mr. Speaker, the members have played out their role as senators, and I want to say thank you to all parties. And now, whatever you heard the last 2 days, you formed an opinion, put it to a vote. Mr. Speaker, I beg to reply.
Honorable Senators, I now put the question, which is that whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Government Act 2020 on Wednesday, 3rd December 2020, the Nairobi City County Assembly approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of the Honorable Mike Mbuvi Sonko, Governor of Nairobi City County. And further, whereas by letter reference number NCCA 1/SPK/12/2021, dated Friday, 4th December 2020, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Friday, 4th December 2020, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Nairobi City informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly, and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. And whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2020 and Standing Order 75 of the Senate had the County Assembly on the grounds of removal from office by impeachment of the governor. And further, whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012 and Standing Order number 75, the Senate also had the governor for Nairobi City County on the grounds of removal from office by impeachment of the governor. Now, therefore, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act 2012 and Standing Order 75, the Senate resolves to remove from office by impeachment the Honorable Mike Mbuvi Sonko, the governor of Nairobi City County, on the following charges. 1, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. 2, abuse of office. 3, gross misconduct. And 4, crimes under national law. Like I guided earlier, we'll vote on each charge, and therefore direct that the bell be rung for 2 minutes. It's a division, Millicent. Let's get the tellers. You know what? Okay, take your seats, members. Take your seats so that we... Take your seats so that we start voting. Okay, order, senators. This is a matter affecting counties and therefore it's by delegation, just for the record. Yeah. Okay, clerk, take your seats. The clerk will go.
This is a vote on charge number 1, gross violation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the Public Procurement and Disposal Act 2015, and the Public Finance Management Act 2012. Roll call. Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
Yeah, I think we did agree that it's 1-1 for clarity. Yeah.
Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County. On record, please.
Okay, I vote yes.
Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
I vote no.
Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
I vote no.
Haji Mohammed Yusuf, Garissa County.
It's not there. It's not there. And there was even a letter.
Hagura Godana, Marsabit County.
I vote yes.
Imana Malakai Charles Sekal, Turkana County.
I vote no.
Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Kamar Margaret Jebkoech, Wasingishu County.
I vote yes.
Kangata Irongo, Moranga County.
I vote yes.
Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Kibiru Charles Robinson, Kirinyaga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu.
I vote yes.
Kindiki Kithure, Tharakanithi County.
I vote no.
Kirenyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
I vote yes, Mr. Speaker.
Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote no. Senator Manka, why don't you take your seat? You know, social distancing and we have enough tellers.
Lelegwe Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I vote no.
Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County.
I vote no.
Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
I vote no.
Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
I vote yes.
Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
I vote no.
Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes.
Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County.
I vote yes.
Mpayei Philip Salao, Kajiado County.
I vote no.
Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
The Speaker, I vote no.
Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
I abstain.
Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Mwenye Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Nderito County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Mr. Speaker, I abstain.
Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
Mr. Speaker, ninapiga kura hapana ama la.
Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mike, I vote yes.
Okay, order, senators. We have to move with speed. Take your seats. Take your seats. Next charge. Let's move with speed. Clerk.
This is charge 2, Honorable Senators, charge 2, abuse of office. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
Senator Ali, let's listen so that let's listen so that we move with the speed. Senator who? Ali.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Senator Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
I vote no.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County.
I vote no.
Senator Kajuang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Moranga County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Those giving the mic, please.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Robinson, Kirinyaga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kehika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
I vote no.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
This one?
I vote yes.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
Mine is no.
Senator Lelegwe Ltumbesi, Samburu County.
I vote no.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County.
I vote no.
Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
I vote no.
Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
I vote no.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
I vote no.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
I abstain.
Senator Mwangi Paul Gedhiomi, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Nderito John Kenywa, Laikipia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Mr. Speaker, I abstain.
Senator Wako Situila Emos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
No.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Okay, I vote yes.
Yes, okay. We are voting on the third charge.
Honorable Senators, charge number 3.
Let's maintain order so that we finish first. Excuse me. Whip, please. We are on the, please take your seats. We have 2 charges to go. Okay, let's proceed, clerk.
Charge number 3, gross misconduct. Roll call. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Senator Gerard K. Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Sekal, Turkana County.
I vote no.
Senator Kajwang' Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kang'ata Irongo, Murang'a County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
I vote no.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote no.
Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I vote no.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County.
I vote no.
Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
I vote no.
Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Nderito John Kenywa, Laikipia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
I vote no.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
I abstain.
Senator Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
I vote no.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
I vote yes.
Okay, order senators. We are now going to the final vote.
Charge
vote.
number 4.
Charge number 4.
Charge number 4, crimes under national law. Roll call vote. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Senator Gerard K. Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
I vote no to impunity.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County. Senator Hargura Godana, Marsabit County.
I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County.
I vote no.
Senator Kajuang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Moranga County.
Vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Robinson, Kirinyaga County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kehika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka-Nithi County.
I vote no.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
Senator Ibrahim Maina.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote no.
Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I vote no.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County.
I vote no.
Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
I vote no.
Senator Matsayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei, Towet.
I vote yes.
Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County.
I vote no.
Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Senator Murkomen.
Mr. Speaker, in defense of devolution and in fight against impunity, I vote a big no.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
I abstain.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Mwenyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Nderito John Kenywa, Laikipia County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njero, Embu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Mr. Speaker, in defense of the Constitution of Kenya, devolution, I vote no.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
I abstain.
Senator Wambua Enoch Keyo, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kerenyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County.
Dunia.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Okay, order, senators. Order, senators. Take your seat, leader. Okay, honorable senators, this is a summary of the division, the results of the division. 1, gross violation of the Constitution or any other law. The ayes had 27, the nays had 16, abstentions 2, the ayes have it. Charge number 2, abuse of office. The ayes 27, the nays 16, abstentions 2, the ayes have it. On charge number 3, gross misconduct, the ayes have 27, the nays 16, abstentions 2, the ayes have it. Charge number 4, crimes under national law, the ayes 27, the nays 16, abstentions